So today we're talking about capacity. So I don't know about you, but every now and then I run into the end of myself. That's how I phrase it, the end of myself. Some people say the end of the rope. It's where I've given and I've given and I've given, and I just don't feel like I have anything left to give. I believe that we as women were created that way, to give. Not to run into the end of ourselves necessarily, but to give. We were created to give of ourselves. But we can find ourselves feeling empty and exhausted when we give all the time. And so I started reading this book called No Limits by John Maxwell. I believe that's what it's called. I should have grabbed it. Because I feel so limited all the time, taking care of all the things that I need to take care of. And so every now and then I just need a new perspective. And this book has given me a fantastic new perspective. And I wanted to share a story from this book with you. So in the book, John Maxwell tells a story about a Navy SEAL, a retired Navy SEAL, who starts running marathons. Not necessarily my thing. I highly admire people who run marathons, but that's just not the stage of life I'm in right now. Anyway, he starts running marathons, and he signs up for this one that he can either do the 24-hour or the 48-hour marathon. Again, something I probably wouldn't do, but he's one of these go big or go home people. And 23 hours into this race, he blows a muscle, a quad muscle. And he asks the officials, hey, can I clock out at 24 hours? And they say, no, sorry, dude, you're gonna be disqualified. And he's like, we can't have that, right? So he says, Roger that, tapes up his leg, and keeps on running. And he does the full 48-hour marathon. His big takeaway from this is that he thought he was done at 40%. Okay, 23 hours of 48 isn't exactly 40%, but you know what I mean. He thought he was done, yet he had the capacity to keep going way beyond what he thought he was capable of. So I'm not here telling you need to go sign up for a 48-hour marathon or any marathon. If that's your thing, awesome. I so admire that. I'm not advocating that as a woman you push yourself to the very end of your physical limits. What I took away from this was that so often I think I'm done. I think I've reached my limit. I've reached my capacity. I don't have any more energy left for anyone. I don't have any more love or grace or mercy. I'm done, right? Especially when my kids are up at like 9:30. These days I haven't been able to get them to bed before 9:30. And it's like there comes a point where it's just like, no, there's no more nice mom. I'm not capable of being friendly or kind, or I'm not going to get you one more glass of water. Go to bed. Anybody else? Yeah? And now I know not everybody here listening today has kids, but I know you know what I'm talking about. Either you've been there before or it's something else. We've all reached our limits in one way or another, right? So I'm sharing this with you to remind you that maybe when you think you're done, maybe you've got another 60%. That is what has encouraged me lately. The last few months especially have been extremely challenging. And there have been many days where I'm like, I'm done. But maybe I'm not. Maybe you're not done either. Maybe you've got another 60% left in you. And maybe you can go a whole lot farther than you think you can. Anyway, in this lesson, I go on to explain a little bit more about our capacities, the different capacities that we have, and actually how we can expand those capacities to really capitalize on that remaining 60%. There's more in us than we realize, and we can actually develop our capacities. We can grow those capacities so that we're capable of more than we think we are.